Yourself, we're talking about, of course, Dakota College at Botno.
I'm Mike Porter. I'm an assistant professor of English at Dakota College, and I co-chair the book read. And
Yes.
We are really excited because we had our grant writer get us a grant, and we have the author of our book who will be speaking next Wednesday, March 8th. She will speak at noon. Mm-hmm. And then at 1:30, she'll be in our classrooms. All of these are open to the public.
Perfect.
And then again at 7.
And the author, we're bringing her a ways. She lives in California.
I believe so.
We'll go with that. That just
but
who do we have?
She writes about agriculture, food, and her concern is, where does our food come from?
Right.
That's one of her concerns. In her book, she features 3 producers, one from Texas who's in the dairy business, one from New Mexico who's a rancher, and from Lemoore, North Dakota, the Podol family.
Perfect.
And I'm guessing probably some of you know of the Podols because they raise garden seeds. And if you've ever been to Pride of Dakota, you will see Teresa and Dan there selling their garden seeds.
Perfect. And is there any chance they're going to make the trip up also?
Teresa was here in November.
That's right.
She came up and spoke.
That's right.
And marvelous people. I met them at Pride of Dakota just before she came up, and then she came up and did a really nice job. And she's concerned, as our author is, about the results of conventional agriculture in terms of its huge dependence on energy, its huge dependence on chemicals, and is there a long-term effect of that?
Okay, so Lisa Hamilton is the lady.
Yes.
Is the author of the book. The book, again, is called Deeply Rooted.
It is.
And she's going to be here next Wednesday. She wrote the book. She did all this research on it, and she's gonna give that information to the public.
Yes, she'll be talking about agriculture. We are hoping at 1:30, when she's in our classrooms, we can also talk about, and I know this is going to be of interest to our students, how do you do a book?
Oh, sure.
And
yeah.
I'm hoping she will talk about that as well. But the big thing is agribusiness and her opinions about it.
So she's done all this research. She chatted with these other ranchers, the dairy farmer from Texas, the rancher from New Mexico, and the Podols from Lemoore. So she did all this research. She compiled it all together. It would be interesting to hear the process of getting together the book as well from an English standpoint.
Oh, yes.
And just kind of sharing that information, maybe not going into too much detail, but to go from start to finish, but also to maybe whet the appetite of some of those kids who are maybe thinking about something like that in the future.
And I have been coaching my kids to, come up with questions.
Right.
Because, we just finished the book last week in my comp class.
Okay.
So all of my Comp 1 students have read it, and all of those I had in Comp 1 last term have read it. And we will get a good turnout of students. We always do it at these brown bags.
And this is open to everybody.
Oh,
the public is invited to attend.
Yes.
Okay. And do you think it's go out on a limb here? Is it acceptable for people to bring their questions as well? Oh,
absolutely. Yes. Okay. I'm sure she'll have a Q&A in each time.
Okay.
Oh,
yes. And the times again next Wednesday are when?
We will noon. And by the way, the food service people will have box lunches there. They're $6 if you wish to buy one. Our students, of course, are on contract. They will get their box lunch with that. And then again at 7. In there, she'll talk about the book. And then at 1:30, she'll be in our classrooms, one of our classrooms, and that's open as well.
Okay, so we have multiple chances to come up and visit with Lisa Hamilton.
She will be at 7. And at noon, we'll be in the Alumni Center, which is upstairs in our new Thatcher building.
Okay, all right. Anything else you want to add about the book or about Lisa Hamilton?
Well, I'm looking forward to talking to her because I have questions about the book. Some of them that may seem trivial, but I'm curious. And then, of course, for me, I grew up not far from Lemoore.
Okay, all right.
I didn't know the Podols. They live over by Fullerton, and I lived on the other side, over in Ransom County, but that was interesting to me as well.
Okay. It's a little close to home.
It does.
That's very cool. And I don't think there's such a thing as a trivial question. Honestly, it might not have been one of the things that she was ready to talk about, but it might spark something in her, and she might just go on and on at length about something like that. That's awesome. Well, bring those questions, folks, next Wednesday at the DC&B. So,
and hope we'll see a lot of you there.
That'd be great. Mike, thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you.
Give me some five. Thank you. When is the last time you gave a high five? It's been a while, isn't it?
Grandkids.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, buddy. We'll get you back again for the next book read, okay?
Sounds good.
Sounds great, buddy. Thank you so much. 8:32.